Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Oh yes, it's another day closer to Aptera getting on the road. But first, there's something that I have to deal with. Just some of these guys, they just don't know when to quit. So we're just going to get into this right now.
I'm really trying to get reason right. Let's take our time and choose whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, 'cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stay or jello.
All right, welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here. And I thank you so much for being with us today. With Free Power, we are definitely going to talk about Aptera, and somebody is actually nitpicking Aptera about some of the things they're doing, bashing Aptera, and that somebody is Warren Redlich. And he actually came out with a video talking about some bad things about Aptera again. And so this is some of the stuff that he talks about.
Aptera has been, going along for years trying to get this vehicle into production, or if you're cynical, they've been trying to get investors to give them money to make some kind of progress in getting this vehicle into production. I should be.
And I have a problem with that because hello, that's what starting companies do. They get investors to invest in their product so that they can come out with it and produce it for a larger number of people that may want it. And he should know that because he's an investor as well. But some of these people, I don't understand where they're coming from. And this is another guy that's like that. But he goes on to bash Aptera about several other things, and I'm gonna let you listen to it.
Here, right off the bat, I'm not an investor in Aptera. I am a skeptic of Aptera. I'm not here to offer financial advice. It's just my opinion that this is probably not a good investment. My opinion.
So that's one good thing that he says. This is his opinion, and he's not an investor in Aptera, which is fine. I mean, everybody's, they're entitled to their own opinion. I agree with that 100%. But why bash a company that you really don't even know nothing about? But anyway, he goes on, and I'm just going to let the rest of this play on out some of the things that he's talking about.
And I'm going to go into why during the course of this video, but there's some other. So they said that they don't expect to go into manufacturing until 2025. Now, I wanted to cover some key details, some new information that I think might surprise people. One of the things that Aptera has been pushing is that they're going to have a 0.13 coefficient of drag, that this is like a super efficient, vehicle, and you're going to have, extra range, and you're going to have low energy usage. And one of the stories behind it was that they've got a 0.13 coefficient of drag. Now, a YouTuber named Kim Java did a video with Chris Fambro, one of the founders of the company, I guess he's one of the co-CEOs, and the 0.13 apparently isn't 0.13, and let me show you that.
Last summer, Aptera achieved the lowest coefficient drag of any vehicle ever tested at 0.15.
And all of a sudden she says 0.15 coefficient of drag when Aptera for a very long time has been claiming a 0.13 coefficient of drag. This is a significant difference, and you're going to see this play out in another aspect of the company right here.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there for a second because I gotta speak in on this. Even if it is 0.15, it's still going to be the lowest drag coefficient vehicle on the road. No other vehicle will have a drag coefficient of 0.15. None of them. But anyway, he's going to talk about some other things, and this is what's coming next. Let's go ahead and let him get it off his chest.
100 watts of power for a vehicle that only uses 100 watt hours per mile. Pretty significant.
Max Launch Edition Aptera will house a 45 kilowatt hour battery pack good enough.
What she said was 45 kilowatt hour battery pack, 400 miles of range. What he said was 100 watt hours per mile, which is 10 miles a kilowatt hour. If it was 10 miles a kilowatt hour, it'd be a 40 kilowatt hour pack for a 400 mile range. if it was 100, if it was 10 miles a kilowatt hour, it'd be 4,000 miles of range for a 40 kilowatt hour pack, or 450 miles of range for a 45 kilowatt hour pack. So those are two big differences.
All right, so now he's talking about the range for the Aptera. If the battery pack goes from 40 kilowatts to 45 kilowatts, that's not a big difference. I don't know why he's making a big deal about this. It's still getting the best range out there of any vehicle on the road. Oh my goodness, this guy is just, he's nitpicking. He's nitpicking Aptera. It's a startup. What startup company has ever come out with something that they promise and it never does exactly everything they said it was going to do? Oh my gosh. You guys, y'all just, I mean, how do you feel about what this guy's talking about? And I know there's others out there that do the same thing. They bash Aptera because they think it's a scam, but Aptera is coming out, and I'm an investor in Aptera, and I know they're going to come out. I could tell by the character of Steve Fambro and Chris Anthony that they're going to come out with this vehicle. He talks about other things as well. He talks about Sarah Harding or whatever her name is that worked with Aptera. I can't remember her last name. How she was, how they let her go, and other things about Aptera. But I mean, come on with the nitpicking. Anyway, let's do this. I wonder why he's not talking about the company he is invested in. And as a matter of fact, what company is he invested in? Well, check this out. He'll actually tell you.
Right? I'm a Tesla investor.
So, he actually invests in Tesla. Tesla! Why is he not talking about that company? Oh my goodness. That's incredible that he's not talking about Tesla and the things that they're doing. Now, what I'm going to do is maybe the reason is this. Their stock is not doing too good right now. And as a matter of fact, they have went all the way down to 142. And they was all the way up to 260, 261. And actually they was higher than that if I go back further. I think they were even almost as high as 400. But now they're starting to come up just a little bit to 170, but they've even dropped a little bit more. Now they're at 168. But look at this. I mean, they have dropped 39 points. 39 points. Maybe that's why he's upset and picking on Aptera. But we're going to talk about one thing about Tesla. One thing. We're going to talk about the Cybertruck. Now, with the Cybertruck here, I'm not even going to bring up about the window, the bulletproof windows that the Cybertruck's supposed to have. But they were going to come out with their single motor for $39,900 or $40,000. And then they were going to come out with the dual motor for $50,000, and then the tri-motor for $70,000. But that's not what happened. That's not what they're doing. And not to mention that they was supposed to come out in 2019, and here it is 5 years later, and they just came out with it. So this is the price of the Cybertruck that they came out with 5 years later. Instead of $40,000, it's $61,000. 61. That's a $20,000 jump. And instead of 50,000, it's 80,000. $80,000. And that's a $30,000 jump. And then instead of 70,000, it's 100,000. Another $30,000 jump. But then that's not the only thing. I mean, with the Cybertruck, like I said, I'm not going to talk about the window. I'm not going to talk about that. But they actually had problems when the Cybertruck finally came out. And let me show you some of the problems that they had.
Tesla just had to stop selling the Cybertruck, and it's for the most ridiculous reason. There's been a few problems with the unrendered vehicle. Some users are experiencing complete steering failure. The minimum 100 grand you need to spend right now doesn't even get you the autopilot software, but Tesla's put a preemptive safety stop with selling their PS1 truck because it's literally causing accidents. Multiple Cybertruck collisions have happened from this, and their drivers said that it was because the truck was accelerating by itself. And that's because Tesla didn't adhere the cosmetic cover on the accelerator properly. So if you press the go pedal at the wrong angle with too much force, the cover slides up and gets perfectly lodged under a portion of the foot cavern. They were selling the six-figure, 7,000-pound angular nightmare without fastening the accelerator properly. Now, obviously, this is a super easy fix, but this is just the latest in a long list of ridiculous decisions that had to happen in order to bring the child's drawing of a car to life.
And that's just with an easy fix, $100,000 vehicle, and you got this kind of problem. Something that could have been easily taken care of. And there's several people that was injured pretty bad in this situation. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only problem the Cybertruck has. Here's another problem that the Cybertruck has. And we're talking about one vehicle that Tesla came out with. One vehicle.
These Cybertrucks are falling apart by Elon Musk. This guy here is explaining why his truck does not work anymore.
The Cybertruck does not work anymore. I'm about 2.5 months in and 3,400 miles, and it's not working right now. Let me show you. So when I go in, open the door, you see one problem. The screen is not coming on. The manual recommends to reset the screen, you have to hold these two buttons in for 30
Sorry,
seconds.
pause it, Bradley. Also, people should understand when he says the screen's not working on his Cybertruck, we're not talking about, oh, you know how you have that nice little screen for entertainment in your car or whatever. No, we're talking about like, that means he doesn't have a dashboard.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know-
he doesn't, his car doesn't work.
His car doesn't work. He can't turn it on.
The Cybertruck has like sharp edges that will also like cut your own fingers off if you close them in the door. So like it's not even as like, you know,
As sophisticated as the Greece
as the
car?
car from, you know, yeah, like the
Those blades retract too in Greece.
They do.
Interesting.
You have to hold these two buttons in for 30 seconds, and then the screen will reset and display a Tesla logo. But listen to the noise this thing makes when I hold on it. All right, I'll be quiet now. We have popping sound. The Cybertruck does not work anymore.
Okay, so we need to go to that tweet, what he actually says here, because it's a pretty amazing bit of, just the logic. Is he yet another one of those Tesla guys who everything goes wrong? His life is put into danger. He almost died because of his Tesla. Yet he talks about how it is an honor to be driving your car, though, Mr. Musk. So, what's funny here is, do not wash your car on the Tesla. This is from Stomp King. I don't know who that is, but anyway, do not wash your car on the Tesla. I believe that's to do with rust issues. And then do not tell Tesla SCs that you drove it through the car wash, like this guy. Even if you turned on car wash mode, they'll void your warranty. Now, I don't know if even if you turned on car wash mode is true, but I do know that they have a car wash mode, that if you don't put this thing into car wash mode before you go into a car wash, it voids your warranty of your $100,000 car.
What?
All right, so anyway, this guy, he took his Cybertruck through the car wash, and actually, when he got through, when he looked at the back of the truck, because he took his Cybertruck to the beach and got sand everywhere, and that's when he realized there was water in the bed of his truck, so he washed it off, and then the screen wouldn't work. And so now, come to find out, as they're bringing out, that voided the warranty, because you have to put it in wash mode. And that is just so crazy. That is insane. You're going to spend $100,000 on a vehicle like this and you can't even wash it? Oh man, that is so horrible. But like they brought out earlier, that some people, they're just so in love with Elon Musk that, they're just glad to have his product. And maybe Warren Redlich is like that too. Maybe he just loves Tesla so much that, he doesn't care how bad it is, but he's going to try to bash other vehicle companies. And, you know, later on, he goes to talk about how the price of the Model Y has come down so far that instead of getting an Aptera, you can get that. But he didn't even talk about, you could possibly drive the Aptera without ever having to plug it in at all because of the solar panels. No, he didn't bring that up at all. Now, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to want a Tesla because it has 4 seats and the Aptera only has two. And not only that, but you know, the cost is pretty close if you want to get that. I mean, if you have a family, of course you may want to get a Tesla instead of an Aptera. But if you're just using the vehicle to commute, now there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want that just so that they can not have to worry about ever plugging the vehicle in. They won't have to worry about paying gas or paying money to have it charged up. They won't have to do that. And that's where Aptera shines. Aptera is bringing a lot to the table, and plus they got new innovations they're coming out with: the skin cooling, the in-wheel motors, the carbon fiber body, and never rust, never. But anyway, once again, tell me how you guys feel about that. The thing about the Cybertruck, you can't wash it. At one point, they was actually bragging about the Cybertruck actually being, like a boat where you could just drive it across the water, and it'll still function like a boat, and the wheels would like be the motors that pedal it across the lake. But anyway, that's just funny. That kills me. But anyway, you know what? These guys, they're just going to beat Aptera up. Some people are just, a little jealous of Aptera, but they are going to come out with a fantastic vehicle. And I know they'll be coming out next year with their vehicle. I know this. But anyway, you guys, y'all take care. I got to give a shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for backing my channel. I appreciate all that you do. You guys always got my back. And if you're new here, hit the like, ring the bell, subscribe. You catch all my videos when they come out. But y'all take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. We got some very good news coming up. All right, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.
Somewhere on the scene, it got a little longer, so it seems. I burned out, so to speak. Now come a little closer. I feel a little light in the light track. I felt a bit of bad, but I came back. There's still a little light in the light track. Still a bit of good, so good. And I know just what to say. And I know just what to do. And I'm so sick of pain. But it's hard to quit with you. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know you're the same as me. Losing my mind, can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying again. Reason, rhyme, and second time and choose whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow.